Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading, and today is October 2nd, 2024, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, U.S. stocks retreat, but first, no major economic events scheduled for today. So by and large, the markets did retreat, and starting out with the Forex symbols, the major pairs did taper lower. So did the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ both retrace. Now looking at commodities, actually, it was a mixed bag. So we saw gold actually retrace while oil got a bounce. Now looking at the stocks also, it's a mixed bag. While Meta did and remaining strong on its highs, while Microsoft selling lower, and some of the rest of the stocks as well. Now lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin does retrace as well. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. First with the Euro USD. Now it did retrace significantly, okay, close to about 100 pips from our highs, and it did hit that retracement level. And I mentioned this several times. Looking at a weekly, we hit that resistance-ish level, didn't break above it, and as a result, we're breaking lower. Now we're using this 200-day moving average as a support, so keep that in mind. Now again, the GBP also did retrace a little bit more than the euro did. However, remember that the GBP did break out higher. So with that said, okay, I'm going to use this 131.23 as a supportish level if it gets to that level. So keep that in mind. Now jumping into commodities, gold retracing down to 26.48, okay, but it's still in its upper range. So let's just call it consolidating around its upper range. So I can't say that this is selling off completely. Looking at oil, did get a bounce above $71 a barrel, so that's getting tighter and strengthening. And I'm looking at the U.S. markets, they traded low. Okay, we're going to look at the Dow Jones, but not by much. Okay, really just faltering lower and retracing just a little bit, and it's completely normal. We had a nice run up, and we're now taking some profits. Looking at the NASDAQ, it did dip below 20 grand, so keep that in mind. Now, looking at the specific stocks, all right, this is where it becomes interesting. Microsoft's very weak, and this one was really a simple trade, okay, as it retraced. It was the first one to retrace. However, looking at Meta, look at this strong stock on its highs, making new highs in this environment. So this is really just amazing that it's doing it. It's on a red candle, but it did push out higher yesterday. Okay, it did sell off towards the end of the day. However, we did get that push to 582. Huge number on the board for Facebook. Now, looking at the other major pairs, or looking at the other major tech stocks, looking at Amazon retracing as well, and Google as well retracing. You can see that just a little bit there. Not a big deal, but it's retracing. And there's people taking some money off the table as this had a nice run up. NVIDIA also was not imperious to it. Okay, it did retrace as well, as that is still trading in a range. Now remember, this month is a big month for corporate earnings. So we're starting to inch closer to that big, deadline. So that's going to be kind of interesting how that's going to pan out. Now looking lastly at Bitcoin, retracing back to supportish level. Okay, remember, Bitcoin is now trading in a very wide range between 65K and 52K. And somewhere in between, that's where we're at right now. But those are your upper limit, that's your lower limit. It's a bigger range, but there's opportunities within that. So keep that in mind as well. This is Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.